Established in 2005, Commgate is a Singapore award-winning company specializing in areas of digital marketing, e-commerce, CRM and ERP to help SMEs expand regionally while integrating their HR, marketing, sales, inventory, accounting, logistics with analytical reporting to help SME grow, profit and succeed.
I was born in Singapore. I have a younger brother and a younger sister. When I first started out, basically my dad was a police officer and mom was a production operator. So we are a simple poor family when we first started out. Mom didn't go to school, so dad basically was, as usual, the head of the family and giving directions and a very tough disciplinarian. So what happened was that dad basically teaches me that in life you don't want to do anything, make sure that you're really good, otherwise don't do it. So I was brought up under that influence and foundation. We were in Singapore until I was about primary 6. Then after that, my dad decided to be an entrepreneur, a business owner. At the age of 12, after my PSLE, we migrated to Malaysia in Johor Bahru. And he set up a chicken farm and at the same time he imported frozen beef and mutton from New Zealand and Australia and re-export that to Singapore. Business was really good for him, but 2 years later, without proper systems in place, he had some challenges in the business and there were some partnership issues that basically led the business to collapse. And when the business collapsed, he lost easily about $3 million. So it was really hard for him. And at the age of 14, that was when I decided that somebody need to support the family. So I left school at the age of 14, and that was when I learned what responsibility is all about. That was a real world truth, learning the word responsibility. Because I wanted my younger brother and sister to still continue schooling, and at that particular moment my mom became quite sickly because she was shocked at whatever that has happened. And that did not work. So at the age of 14, I went out to work, and that's how I started my life journey. Life was tough for a 14-year-old Munshi back then. Why? Because when I came back to Singapore, I was looking for jobs. Nobody wants to hire a 14-year-old boy with no skills, right? So finally, after 2 months of looking for jobs, somebody offered me to clean toilets in the morning. So I cleaned toilets, a flour factory in the early morning. Late morning, I was cleaning glasses, windows, and then afternoon, I was a petrol pump attendant between about 3 p.m. to about 11 p.m. And at night, I washed taxis until about 1 a.m. So I worked from 7 a.m. to 1 a.m. every day for 1.5 years, 4 jobs a day, just to bring home about 1,500 a month to support the family. And at that moment, many times at night, I cried. I said, God, this is not what I wanted for my life. This is not what I envisioned for my life. But at that moment, my mom always reminded me that you're bringing food to the table, right? You're giving the opportunity for your brother and sister to go to school. And thank you for supporting us, even though this is not your responsibility. And I told myself that if I grow up, I want to help other businesses to succeed. I don't want their family to go through what my family went through. So that was a vow that I made at the age about 14 plus, 15 years old. So I had conversation with myself at night, and I asked myself, if you want to help other companies to succeed, you need to provide something, sell a product or a service, right? But you don't have sales experience, So at that particular moment, I had an aha moment. I said, okay, then look for a sales job. After I quit from my cleaning job, I went out to get a sales job. So the first job I got was to sell water heater at Metro. Then along the way, I joined McDonald's. So that was where I learned about systems and process. So I learned and I fall in love with systems and processes after that. And after that, I went to NS. In NS, I was in police force. In the police force, I learned many things. I was exposed to the world of computers. Met this gentleman by the name of Benjamin Low. He talks about computers every day. So when he told me that, do you know that the traffic lights are all controlled by computers? I was like, really? When he told me that, suddenly I had a light bulb moment. I was like, computers, I want to know more about what this computer can do. And that was when I started my journey. The moment I was out from the police academy, By then, I have so much knowledge about computers already, and I tell myself perhaps this is what I want to do in my life for the rest of my life. So the first job I went through was Altron School of Computers. The training manager, Arthur Chan, was asking me, how can I even hire you? You got no qualification, you got no certification, and you say you're good. So I said, test me out for 2 weeks. And that was how I got started. Along the way, I climbed the corporate ladder. From Altron, I left to join Information Edge. I became the IT officer managing the 3 computer centers at Bukit Batok, Tanjung Pagar CC, and Tampines East CC. And after that, joined Horizon.com, become a systems engineer. The company I work for, Information Edge, got acquired by them. So I became a system engineer there, learn about networking, learn a lot about Unix and operating system, so on and so forth. And then finally I joined Telford Solutions, become a technical manager there. After that, it was for the first time I was exposed to regional businesses. I travel, and after Telford, I joined WizOffice.com as a system manager, got promoted to IT director. Went through an IPO there in year 2000 during the dot-com era. I joined a company called Pihana Pacific, a data center company. So that was where I learned a lot about data centers. And then I left, I joined Singtel Failsafe. I became the youngest vice president there at the age of 26. And it was a short stint there, less than a year. I told myself, I think I'm ready to be an entrepreneur. I started Commgate 2005 with my last $3,000. I told myself that since I don't have much capital, the first thing I will do is provide a service that generate recurring revenue. And then 2 years later, we started doing systems integration. We buy software, hardware, we integrate it, and then we sell it to companies, basically mostly IT infrastructure. Along the way, we started to do more and more complex solutions. And we got quite sizable large clients along the way. And why some of my clients buy from me is because I always tell them that I'm willing to give you a money back guarantee. Yeah, so that's how we got started. And along the way, yes, there have been ups and downs in business. Very challenging moments, some of them when the market got disrupted. But every time I solve a small problem, the gift was a bigger problem. So I realized that as you scale and grow a business, the problems only gets bigger. Yeah, it doesn't get smaller. Today we have about nearly 32 employees, right? And we are still growing, we are still hiring. In fact, I just came back from Vietnam. We just took a bigger office there. So the Vietnam team will scale from 16 people to about 30 people in the next 1 year or less. And looking at the market, we see that technology will forever be an enabler, right? It's no longer just a competitive, it's no longer just an enabler, but also a competitive advantage for you to go global. So now that we are in year 2015, the company has evolved from providing IT support to systems integration to server consolidation and virtualization. And then finally, we go into cloud computing. So business must change, you must transform. And that's where business model innovation comes in. And that was when we decided Commgate as a business can no longer just be an IT software company doing CRM ERP. We need to help our clients generate more leads, do more sales. That was where the digital marketing part comes in. And we need to engage them and learn about their business. How can we help them go online so that they get more sales, right? And in the process, what is lacking in the business? Is it education? If it's education, then we need to help them with some training. And that was where we acquired a training business to enhance our value proposition with training, digital marketing, and technology solutions. I think first thing first, identify your own core values, right? To me, it is always about being in integrity with myself. My thoughts, my feelings, my words, and my actions have to be in alignment so that it becomes easy. Things flow from you. And number two is really about taking 100% responsibility in life, in anything that you do. You cannot lay blame, you cannot justify, you cannot give excuses, because it's so easy to say that the economy is bad, that's why the business did not succeed. Oh, the government is not giving enough grants, that's why people don't buy my product, or you could basically say that, oh, I'm just not smart enough to do this, and then you quit. So at the end of the day, it's about taking 100% responsibility. And the quote that I always share with my colleagues, my team members, and also with my clients, I always say that vision without perspiration and action equals to hallucination.